In 2017, 16-year-old Zach Martin collapsed at the end of a summer football workout. He died of heat stroke.
Because if they had had water and ice, it most likely would have saved his life.
Florida currently ranks number 5 in the Corey Stringer Institute rankings for high school safety. They jumped 18 spots higher since last year, but Lori Giordano, Zach's mom, said it still isn't enough.
Their score was still only 62%, which isn't a great score. So being ranked number 5 isn't necessarily something they should be proud of.
The leading cause of death in athletes in Florida is exertional heat stroke, with 2 deaths in the last 4 years. If history repeats itself, the next death could be in 2020.
We would think that the state that leads the country in deaths secondary to heat stroke, which is not a statistic that we want to lead the country in, that those modifications would have been made mandatory, and they were not, unfortunately.
The FHSAA said during a meeting it would be too much of a liability for them to mandate having cold water immersion tubs on the sidelines. Those have a 100% survival rate if used effectively. The FHSAA declined to comment when asked for an interview. But the problem isn't to do with money.
A cold water immersion tub can be a kiddie pool from Walmart, which can be $8, and then ice and water is usually free. So cost is really a non-issue.
And heat stroke doesn't just happen in football, it can happen in non-contact sports as well, like track and field. Gainesville High School football coach Patrick Miller said it's extremely important to have cold water immersion tubs on any sport sidelines.
Ice baths are good not only for recovery, but also it cools the body down. So when you cool the body down, you help prevent any kind of heat illness or any kind of heat stress. So it's always good to cool the body back down, especially after working.
And to prevent another death like Zach Martin's.
And sometimes it still doesn't seem real to me that he's not going to come home. And it just breaks my heart over and over again.